Hello, welcome to the G.I. Joe New News Review. My name is David T. Allen, or Super Dave 817 if you would like. If you want to see more of this content, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button for future videos. Thank you and enjoy.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the G.I. Joe New News Review. I am David Allen. We are here to talk about some new items that came in, some updates on some news, and some interesting things coming out of Fan Expo Canada today. So let's go over some of the news first. So I guess there was some sort of speculation as to we didn't know when we were going to get the police officer. We didn't know when it was going to drop. We didn't know anything about it. It just disappeared. It was on Hasbro, their Pulse Yojo June first event. We thought we were going to get it the second week. That entire event disappeared and we did not get that. But then all the drops from that, except for the police officer, happened on the next day. So we were able to get all those pre-ordered, but the police officer. So then through San Diego Comic-Con and all of that, we didn't hear anything about the police officer. So now there are reports and pictures of the police officer hitting the ports, and there's speculation that we will get a drop without any fanfare, without any notice or announcements, sometime around November 1st. That's just a speculation. We don't know if that's 100%, but they are in the country. They are headed over to the distribution centers. So hopefully we will be getting the police officers sometime in the next couple months. On top of that, there have also been a few other classified figures that have hit the ports. We've gotten Budo, we've gotten Slice and Dice, we've gotten restocks on Dial Tone, and we've gotten drops for Monkey Wrench, because there's been a lot of Cobra Commanders and Major Bloods, and Snake Eyes is hitting, but the Monkey Wrench hadn't hit that much. So now the Monkey Wrench is also hitting ports. So hopefully we'll be getting a lot of those in the next couple months as well. So then out of Fan Expo Canada, there was a few other announcements. Some of this we kind of speculated on. We weren't real sure what was going to happen, but they fully announced that there is not going to be a PulseCon for 2026. And then there probably maybe won't be a PulseCon for 2027 either. So they're going to probably do most of the drops at different conventions through the years, exclusive drops and announcements at those conventions throughout the year. So we have New York Comic Con, we have MCM London, we have 1027, we have MegaCon, where Emily was there with the Transformers team last year. We've had them at WonderCon before, and that's in the spring. So I'm wondering if these are the places where we're going to get those announcements and drops. And then maybe someplace in England too, they have a couple of conventions they've hit there, MCM London and another one, I can't think of the name of it. And we've also got news that the Pythona exclusive figure is going to be sold at those conventions first before it goes up on PulseCon. So hopefully people will be able to get the Pythona like they want. So that covers most of the news. We're going to go into a little bit of HasLab news in a little while. But first, I want to go over some of the new items that I've been getting in recently. So we got the Trench Viper and the Cobra modular fortification. There it is. I've been showing that off the last few videos. There's a cool blueprint of all the stuff that comes with it. A lot more comes with it than I anticipated. I didn't realize all that was going to be in there. So it's definitely a modular thing where you can mix and match, do different things. So it behooves you to get multiples of these. You can do different setups and so forth. There's a few different little inside pictures of what's inside, some computer schematics, some light up stuff that's inside there. And it comes with the Trench Viper, of course. There's the Trench Viper. He is the Alley Viper redecoed, and he's using a techno camouflage deco like grays and light blues and dark grays and so on. And he looks pretty good. It looks kind of like the old Shockwave back in the day without as much light blue as Shockwave had. I like this artwork. There's a rattler way up in the back there. You can see that rattler back there. There's another Trench Viper way over there. So this looks pretty good. Let's look at the artwork. Here he's number 151. There's a cool piece of artwork there with the Trench Viper with his knife. I guess that must be a trench knife, pun intended. And let's see, he has his designations. Let's see what they are off the top of our head here. We have a boot. So that's probably boots on the ground or some sort of a front soldier, it says, for the boots. Front soldier. And then there's a bomb. Let's see what that bomb shows. That is heavy weapons. So we have front soldier, heavy weapons, and then we have a badge. Let's see what badge that is. It looks like a police type of badge. Oh yeah, there it is. Security. So we got front soldier. We have heavy weapons, and we have security, and then there's one more. Let's see if I can find that one. Some sort of a screen. Let's see. No, I don't see that one, but I'm guessing it's some sort of a tactical type situation with that screen. But we got most of this. So that's kind of cool to see those on there. There you go. And then, so overall, that's pretty good. So we're heavily into the 50s. Now, this was a little bit late because they had some manufacturing issues, so we got these late. We were supposed to get these like around January, February. So we're about 6 or 7 months late on this. So I'm going to put that back. And I got my 2. You can see I got 2, like I always do with all these. And then on top of that, I got my polar bear and my Snake Eyes, Arctic Snake Eyes with polar bear. So there it is. Man, is that polar bear huge. And this is 161. And there's some really cool artwork with Snake Eyes getting the mass device element and the polar bear attacking him. Man, that's a beautiful piece of artwork there. I like it a lot. And there's some artwork with the same thing, but in the figures. And then it shows a little bit of the playability where you can take off a chunk of the bear's arm and you can put this chunk with the arrows in it, and his jaw moves, his claws move. There's also a bear trap down there that you can get. There's somebody back there. I think that's a Arctic bat. I could be wrong, but there's somebody back there in the corner. It looks like an Arctic bat to me. I could be mistaken. I'm not sure who that is, but it's a weird looking character, and it's definitely a figure. But that's all I can see in the background. But it comes with a secondary head, a good boy head, and a bad boy head. Comes with the mass element canister. Comes with the canister that the canister goes into, the energy canister. He comes with dozens of different hands, sign language hands, and so on, and they're all glow in the dark hands and regular hands. And it looks like this is uh, maybe the vintage packaged Snake Eyes redecoed with a bunch of accessories and stuff like that. He's got a gun, he's got a knife. There's you have to put the bear together. The legs are separate down there. So this is the second of the mass device items. I should be getting my divers from Target any day now, I hope. My ketchup and mustard divers. So let's see what these designations say on the side here. So we have a skull. Let's see what that is. All right, so that skull is covert ops because Snake Eyes is covert ops. Then we have, it looks like a knife. Yep, a knife. So that's bladed weapons, covert ops, bladed weapons. Then we have some sort of an eye. Let's see if we can find that eye on that one. I don't see that eye. Yeah, I don't see that eye. So that one, I don't know what it is. And then there's one with a throwing star. Let's see. I think that one is on here. I just gotta find it. That one with the throwing star is... I don't see it. Well, there's one with a throwing star. I'm gonna guess it's some sort of a bladed weapon of some sort. I'm not entirely sure because I can't see it on here. But so we got a couple of them off of this. So hopefully I will get some updated versions of these designations for you guys, and we will clear that up. So yep, 161. The it says the Snake Eyes and Polar Bear set. There you go, and that's really cool. I like it a lot. So then there's been some stuff that's been kind of leaked, or kind of announced, where Emily talked at on the video that they used to showcase the HasLab Snowcat a while back on the, I guess the last day or the day before the last day or whatever. She did a video. She said there was strong hints that we were going to get other Arctic related or snow related items. To go back, watch the video of the initial offering for the Snowcat HasLab, with Cobra Commander talking and all that animation, stuff like that. And combing through that animation, there is a bunch of things that he talks about. He talks about a Arctic Hiss. That's why I brought this out, my Arctic Hiss. And then he talks about an Arctic Stinger. He talks about an Arctic Saw Viper. So the Stinger and the Saw Viper would both be new items to the classified line and GI Joe, because I don't think we've ever gotten Arctic versions of either of those items. And then obviously we've gotten the Arctic Hiss, which this is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my prized items from the 4-inch 25th anniversary era. This was an exclusive to Target, and it comes with an Arctic Hiss driver, and it comes different. It looks different. It has pouches. It has a big missile launcher on the side. It's 482. It's white. It doesn't have that red hue that that render that's been going around has, but that would be cool if it had a red. And if you look at the glass, it kind of has a red hue to it. It has this roll cage on here, as the treads. Obviously, we're not going to get all the bells and whistles that we got with the original Hiss. Now, according to Emily, there's an internal rule that they are not going to release anything from the HasLab offering up to 3 years. And now it's been 3 years since the Hiss has been released. So we could possibly get things from that Hiss release. And that kind of explains why we haven't gotten certain things, why we haven't gotten Ripcord, why we haven't gotten Crazy Legs, why we haven't gotten Rip It, which is the blue Hiss driver, and so on and so forth. So now we know there's an internal rule with Hasbro that they are only going to release stuff from that, and it won't be exactly the same. It will be slightly different. It'll be less than what the original offering was. So the Hiss is not going to have all the lights and stuff like that. It won't have all those attachments. It may not even have the troop carrying capability. I would hope it would, because that is a kind of cool add-on. But without all the electronics and batteries and all that, maybe play this down and follow this. Use the missile launcher, use the roll cage, use the bags, and give it a new driver, like a Hiss driver, Arctic Hiss driver. That would be a new figure for classified, but not for 4-inch. So I think that's a good plan. I hope that's the case, but I hope we're going to be able to get this through Pulse. That's where I hope we can get this as a pre-order type situation, kind of like the Sentinel, kind of like Dragon Man, where we can order it to make to or made to order formula that way. And if that's the case, I think they're going to be very successful with these. I have a hard time believing that people are not going to buy these. It's going to still be huge, but like I said, it's going to be a packaged version, and it'll probably be a numbered version. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with the artwork, the painting, and all that. So it's going to have all the traditional things that a vehicle has, except it'll be much bigger. So I'm hoping that we can keep it under the 150 mark, because if we're getting 2 of these, it'll be about $300 with shipping and handling and tax. And I cannot state more adamantly that you should get the Pulse premium membership to get the free shipping, because just 2 or 3 of these orders pays for that shipping, and then you can get in there early, you can get in bonus things, and so on and so forth, opportunities for bonus things for conventions and stuff like that. I hope that they do more with that. I hope they offer more stuff, maybe posters, maybe club incentives and stuff like that, to make it much more fun. I don't know if they would do that or not, because they're trying to make this stuff as cheap as possible, but so I wanted to show this off a little bit from my collection, and there's some artwork from it to give you an idea. There's the Arctic Hiss driver to give you a bit of an idea. So then maybe we'll start getting different Hiss drivers like Rip It and this Arctic Vision. So this is a short video. I hope that you guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate everybody watching after the fact. We're going early, a little bit early on the Sunday, so I appreciate that. Anybody that pays attention and keeps up with this. I also wanted to showcase a little bit of my display. I finally was able to get a lot of my figures up on the display, and I got the Cobras there and the Joes there. I'm going to have the Cobras, some more Cobras there once I take out the Trench Vipers and stuff like that. And you'll be able to see that. And then on the other side behind me, I have some Joes and some Cobra overflow type stuff over here. So the display is coming together, and I'm going to be putting all the vehicles in here. I'll be putting all the small vehicles with figures down there. And we'll see how it goes. But it should be really cool. I look forward to having this fully filled up and getting through all these figures for you guys. So we have a double classified review coming next, and it is my two favorite characters. There's a clue in this video if you are paying attention really intently to this video. You can see the clue, and you will find out what that double classified review will be. And it is my favorite characters in G.I. Joe history. And if you've been watching my channel and you follow me, you'll know what my favorite G.I. Joe characters are. So there's going to be a lot more in that video than there usually is for a review. We'll be covering a bunch of other things involving these two characters. So the history is going to be a little bit more lengthier. So I look forward to that. It's going to be a really, really fun video. So thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is just a regular video, so we're going to say, Yo, Joe!